Welcome back to another video. Yes, I am still wearing the same shirt. I have filmed about 3 videos in one day, so we're not judging here. I wanted to tell you about the 10 things that we really like about this tiny house. And again, I did not memorize this. So, number one, I don't know who came up with this one, either myself or my husband. I think my husband. His favorite thing about the tiny house is it's an easy way of moving it. It's a lot easier, but I don't know what else he was thinking it was easier of. But apparently it's easy to move because it's off grid. We are an off grid tiny house, and we're the first one here in California, if you didn't know that, um, by a specific company. I'm pretty sure there's more off grid tiny houses here in California, but we're the first ones, I believe, from the company clevertinyhouse.com. They're a great company. We really like them. They're extremely good at responding to issues that we've had in the past. This is our first year. We're almost at the first year mark. Yay, us. We've survived. We've had a couple of problems along the way, which I can share in another video. But this video is about the 10 things that we like about this specific tiny house. So, number one is it's easy to move because we are off grid, so we don't have to detach a lot of things. We would have to empty out the tiny house to move it, which could be a hassle, but that's for a later cause. The next thing we really like are these blackout curtains. I suffer with chronic migraines. My husband has chronic migraines, so we use these all the time. I don't even know where I'm pointing, right here. And it comes even with the door, and they're all around the house. So every window has a blackout shade thing that comes down. And we haven't broken them yet, knock on wood. The next thing we really like are our LED lights. They're extremely bright and really good for filming, if you haven't noticed. And these are, I believe, on full. Yeah. And we can dim them. The lights here we can dim. I could not dim these, but if I wanted to make it brighter, there we go. And then if I really want to make it brighter, I usually use this light when I'm filming in the early mornings. So, but it is a bright light. These are bright lights. They're all LEDs except for this one, I believe. My father said our stove one is not LED. We do have a fire, and that's my husband sneezing. We do have a fire alarm thingy. It works. Trust me, I have used it uh, involuntarily by accident, but at least we know it works. So we're really glad it's in there. And we have a fire extinguisher. Our next thing is our AC unit. You can kind of see the corner of it. Oh my god, I'm so bad at pointing. Right there. And it works. We've had issues in the past. The last couple of years, last year, very beginning of summer, had a bit of an issue. Living in California, you don't want that issue. You really don't. Number 5, we have a Murphy bed. So our tiny house does not have a separation room and it does not have a loft. Those are pans flying through the house. I swear, every time I make a video, something happens. We have a Murphy bed. Does it ever go up? The answer is no. I think it's only been up in the last year, maybe 10 to 15 times, which is not the point. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Number 6, we have an oven. And that was extremely important because that's something I believe was something that we could choose. So we could customize this tiny house. And you could have chosen an oven or something else. And I chose an oven because I remember asking my dad if I really wanted an oven or not. And I said yes. And then we have a cooked stove. Okay, sorry. Like almost had a cough attack. We have a induction cook stove, 2 burner. I think it's great for the 2 of us. Sometimes I do wish we had 4, but that rarely comes up. Rarely comes up where I'm like, oh, I should have had like 4 or 5. But I'm actually happy with the 2 that we have. We have a good sized fridge. I'm actually not going to complain about the fridge. The fridge is amazing. It's perfect height for me. I'm 5'2". I can go over the fridge and I can see what's above it, which is nice. I can usually never do that with any of the fridges I've ever lived with. And I can see how dirty it is. It's probably not the best thing to see, but it is what it is. But it's a good sized fridge. We can pretty much fill it usually, sometimes, most of the time. Same with the fridge. We usually don't have issues with that. We clean it out once a month. At least I try to. It's usually my job. Mirror storage. Okay. Our bathroom mirrors, if you've seen a couple of my videos in the bathroom, I know that came out wrong. We do have medicine cabinet windows or mirrors so we can put stuff in it, and we've completely filled it. I think mine's more filled than my husband's. Um, but I really like that. I've always wanted something like that, and I know in Germany at my grandma's house that was a big thing. Because she had one, and I thought it was so cool. And my parents in the pool house have it. They don't have it like us. It's a little different, but I really, really like it. And if you haven't seen those mirrors, I would recommend you watch one of our tiny house tour because that's really when you can see it empty. But if you've seen my organizing my bathroom, I feel like you could have seen it in that video. But they're really cool. Floor coloring. Okay. This one's more my husband. But I agree with him. It is light. The flooring is light, so it brings it more lighter than it is. Our wallpaper is white. This is wallpaper, by the way. And it just brings in more light. It's just more welcoming. I don't know what else to say. It's great flooring. Full sink. We both grew up. Actually, I'm trying to think if my parents' kitchen was split. But my grandmother's kitchen sink was split. And I never understood that. I mean, I get why she did it, but I didn't like it. And my husband's house, they also have a split sink, and we both hate it. So we have a pretty big sink, actually. Um, Farmhouse style. We love it. No complaints about that at all. Another thing that we like about this tiny house is our bench that we could sit on. We don't sit on enough right now. Has storage. So the whole L-shaped bench that is hugging the perimeter of the windows on our bed have storage. And we can fit a lot of stuff in there, let me tell you. So I really like that. I love how they utilize the bench into storage and how it's very common in tiny houses. But that's another thing that was number 10 that they really, really worked hard on. And they really made the storage cabinets pretty deep. So, especially in that corner shelf, you can really just. I think we have important paperwork in there and random other crap that we have. We have an electrical section for all our electronics, and then we have one for the grocery bags. We have some for kitchen appliances that we don't want on top of the countertop. So it's pretty good. It's pretty storageable. Counter space. We have great counter space when we clean. Um, it definitely stores a lot. We have our microwave. We have our kettle. We have our Keurig. We have our knife block. We have our flowers. We have a bowl of fruit and vegetables. We have a bucket of utensils. I mean, it's pretty spacious, and I could still use it to cut, and prep food. So it's a pretty big granite slab of countertop. I'm not complaining. I am complaining because it's never clean, but if it was clean and we were on it, my husband and I, it would be amazing. So yeah, those are the 10 things we really liked about the tiny house. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more we could have brought up, but those are some of my major brownie points for the tiny house. So yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. You can always look at my other videos on tiny houses. I think I have quite a bit about our tiny house. So yeah, we live here together, two people. It's perfect. I honestly think this would be great for someone who's single. Our neighbor came in here the other night and looked at our tiny house, and he also said if they didn't have a kid, this would be perfect for them. So if you can't afford, I mean, I'm not saying this is cheap. This tiny house cost us about, just the tiny house itself was about $100,000, and we are doing a rent to buy with my parents. So my parents bought it, and now we're paying them back. But there's another video about this, and if not, I will make one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.